Hey y'all, welcome to Crystal's Den. I'm Crystal and I'm so happy you're here with me today. Okay, so thank you to those who have watched my latest video. I plant some fall seeds in that video. Just wanted to kind of show y'all what are some things other things that I'm planting and what I'm starting to plant. If you haven't watched it, please check it out below. I've linked it, and yeah, also welcome to my new subscribers. I'm so happy you're here with me. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey. I hope you learned something new. I hope you discover something, and I just hope that you enjoy your time with me. So thank you for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. And as always, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share all the good stuff. It really does help me, and I appreciate it a lot. So thank you. Okay, so I just wanted to do a little video showing y'all what I'm doing to amend my soil. So soil amendments are just basically different nutrients that you can add to your soil to make it much more nutritious for your plants and for any crops you're growing. So I have a couple few beds that I used in this past spring. I don't know if y'all remember from my garden tour video, I told you all that I had bought some really shitty soil, and so I'm definitely going to be amending that a lot, adding in some different amendments to just kind of get the soil ready for my fall crops. So yeah, let's just so we're just going to amend some soil, and we'll probably plant a few things. I have some stuff, look at that y'all, root porn. This one is intense too. The roots are just coming out of here, baby. Yeah, these need to go in the ground ASAP. So that's also why I need to hurry up and amend these beds so that my babies can get in the ground and get some good nutrients. What I'm doing here is just clearing out this bed. There was a bunch of there was some stuff growing in here, didn't do so well, so I'm just kind of taking out some of the old crops, taking out any weeds, any grass. Ugh, that Bermuda grass, y'all, is so fucking annoying. I'm taking that out too, and just really trying to get as much of the weeds and roots and old foliage out as possible, just so it can be clear. Now, in my garden classes, oh, by the way, I've been taking garden classes, yay! But I've been learning how organic matter is good for the soil, and so like that can be achieved by getting things like using old plant debris and stuff like that. So I think for my next couple beds, I may actually leave some of the foliage in the bed. But for now, just for this bed, I want to take it out so I have room to put everything I want to put. So yeah. So the bed's pretty much clear. You can still see some leaves in here, but I'm not too worried about the leaves since they are organic matter and will break down anyway. And speaking of organic matter, that's what I'm going to add to the bed to give it some nutrients. Right now, this bed is primarily like peat moss and perlite, and I again bought it not knowing that this would be shitty soil to use. Figured you probably should be looking at me. I'm gonna go ahead and put in some what is that shit called? Diatomaceous earth. So since there were squash bugs here, I'm gonna put diatomaceous earth in here to kind of kill out any other like squash bug or pest that was here. And then I'm going to add in some compost, lots of it, to give this bed some great organic matter and to give it some really great nutrients. So let's do that. So here I am using my handy dandy diatomaceous earth duster to spray on the soil. I'm mixing it in to get rid of any, as I said before, there were squash bugs in this bed, and so I want to get rid of any remaining eggs or whatever, or any bug that would fuck up my plants. Just kind of trying to get rid of those. Shout out to Kiki from Urban Girl Gardening. That's her YouTube handle and her handle for TikTok and also Instagram. She was the one I saw her do this, and I was like, yep, I gotta do it too. So thanks, girl. All right, we got that DE added, and next what I'm gonna do is add in some compost. And this compost is I have some compost that I've made, and then I have a bag that I had gotten for free, And so I'm going to use the one that I made in this bed first. So let's go ahead and add in the compost. I gotta brag on myself. Oh shit. This compost looks good. This is from the compost, so I'm gonna do another compost video for y'all because I've been doing so much different composting. This is a compost that I got from my underground compost, so stuff that I've been burying. I just kind of dug it up, and this is what I got. It's a bit wet because we had some rain, so but it still looks and feels really good, and I'm so excited to use it. So yeah, just wanted to brag. My apologies, y'all. I didn't quite get the best angle with this one. But essentially what I'm doing is just mixing in the compost. Again, compost is a great amendment to add to the soil. It's high in nutrients and the plants will love it. So I'm just mixing in with the soil so that when I plant the plants in the bed, they will have access to those nutrients immediately. So yeah, that's just what I'm doing, is just mixing that compost in real nicely. So what I had barely scratched the surface, it feels like. So I'm going to go grab some more BRB. So now that we have the compost mixed in and our diatomaceous earth mixed in, I'm going to add some of this all-purpose granular plant food. It's organic. It's just like a nice little fertilizer to keep everything fed. It's 4-4-4, so 4% nitrogen, 4% phosphorus, 4% potassium. Those are our top three like major ingredients that we want to help our plants. So I'm just going to sprinkle this on the bed and then mix it in. So I definitely kind of guesstimated with the sprinkles. Definitely like read, just whenever you're fertilizing, you always want to like read the instructions. It said about a cup for the area that I have. And so I kind of was just eyeballing that. If you like feel uncomfortable, unsure, definitely read the ingredients, get you a measuring cup, and make sure you're putting the right amount in, because you don't want to over fertilize and like burn the plants, but of course you don't want to under fertilize and they not get those good nutrients. So fertilization is always good. I like to use the organic stuff, but there's also other things that you can use as well. So just make the best decision that goes for you. Yay, it's looking better already in my opinion. I'm seeing like the compost mixed in, and I'm glad I added that plant food. So it's about to be a situation, y'all. Now the most fun part is getting the plants and planting them in there. Transplanting. Let's do it, baby. So what we have here is some corn and some squash. I think one of them is a loofah too. They are really light green. They need some nutrients bad. So I am hoping that by the time I get them in the ground and get them nice and watered in, they'll start looking better. If they don't, I'll water them with fish emulsion to get some of that dark green leafy color back in there. But yeah, these have been out just kind of sitting for a while. So they are indeed ready to be planted. So let's do it, baby. So I have these cow panels that my mom gifted me, and they're meant for squashes and pumpkins and viney vegetables to grow on. So I'm going to be putting the squashes in the corner. I may move that geranium. I'll put them in the corner so they can be as close to the trellis as possible. We'll see if I can do 4 in here. They tend to get a little overcrowded, but since those are next to the trellis, I think that they will kind of crowd over there and won't start crowding over here. That's my hope anyway. So possible trim, we'll see. Corn and squash are also companion plants, so them being near each other is going to be really good as well. Okay, so grab this one first. Yeah, these need nutrients bad, y'all, but they'll get some. We got this good old compost. So here I am putting in one of the squash. I usually just kind of like, these are kind of leggy. Leggy again is when it's like reaching towards the sun. It has a long stem. So with this, I just kind of dug a hole that it was big enough for, and then pushed the, oh, y'all can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I will water everything in, but that will be at the end. And I'm just putting the corn next to it. So the squash will grow out long and viney, and then the corn will grow up. So the squash will have opportunity to possibly grow, like anchor itself on the corn, or it, depending on how I put it. But I'm hoping that it'll anchor itself on the trellis. But yeah, I'm just putting the corns about 6 feet apart. Look at those roots. And just planting them next to each other. Not too close, but not too far. They can be about 6 inches apart. So, yeah. By the way, these can just go on the ground because it's made with this like recycled type of cardboard or whatever, and it'll break down easily. So, I'll put this one over here. Yeah, these need nutrients bad. Again, stay tuned for the end where I will show what these look like today. They definitely have much more color, spoiler alert. But yeah, stay tuned for what they're looking like. Oh, and here I'm sprinkling in some compost just so that it'll have access at the roots. I forgot to do it for the other ones, but that's definitely something that I like to do, just to get more compost in there and give the plant much more access to it. So yeah, always a good move to kind of sprinkle that in there when you are transplanting. Also, the light green color tells us that we are lacking nitrogen. And so once the plants get, once I water them and they get access to the compost and to the fertilizer, they will get that extra nitrogen and turn a darker green. I'm going to go ahead and finish this bed, and then I'll show y'all the final product. And we have finished this bed. Okay, so I couldn't show y'all because my phone died. But what I did after I put in the rest of the squash and corn, as you can see, is I went ahead and watered everything really good, like watered it in so that like really good soaking watering, just so we could all go down to the roots and really kind of spread the nutrients out of from the compost and from the fertilizer. That's watering helps spread nutrients, and so I did that just to kind of soak everything in, get everything in its place, give them that great hydration, and move those nutrients around. So here is the final product. One thing I forgot to do was add mulch. I definitely want to be more mulch conscious just to suppress those weeds and retain the moisture in the soil. That's what mulch is good for. So given that my phone is about to die, sorry, there's a wasp flying. Given that my phone's about to die, I'm going to just go ahead and show you all towards the end. Well, this is the end, but show you all what it looks like mulch. Hello. So it's been about a week. I just wanted to update y'all, show y'all what it's looking like. So as you can see, I added mulch. Mulch helps keep the moisture in after watering, and it also helps suppresses weeds. As you can see, if you remember, these were looking real light green, and look at this corn. Oh my god, the corn's growing. But yeah, these were real light green. They're getting their dark color back, which means that it's getting that nitrogen and stuff. Thank you, compost and fertilizer. Our corn's growing. This squash over here is getting that nice dark green color. The corn is getting more sturdy. Then I added that bean. That's another, so this is a loofah, the loofah gourd. I'm kind of late on planting it, but I'm just gonna try and see if it'll go anyway. But yeah, this bed is looking good, nice and luscious, and I'm just hoping and praying for lots of great growth. There are definitely other soil amendments you can use. I just love using compost and manure. I say manure because the compost that I had bought has compost and manure. So I just love using those just because they are just wonderful amendments and the easiest way for me to come by. But there are definitely other soil amendments you can use. I'm going to link a list below so you can look through that and see what can work best for you. But yeah, thank you for watching and taking this little journey with me as I planted my as I transplanted my fall crops. I hope that you maybe learn a little something. I hope you maybe can get some ideas for getting your fall garden bed ready. And I also hope that you feel encouraged to kind of just get on out there, get started, y'all. It's taken a lot for me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I've been struggling trying to get my garden stuff together. Life has just been really difficult lately, and so it's just been hard to have motivation. But I hope this video will encourage you, motivate you, get you out there. I already feel better just being out here and having finished that, so thank y'all for encouraging me to do that. And yeah, this has been Crystal's Den. Can't wait to grow, explore, and do the damn thing with you next time. You have a good one. Bye. Who wants to say bye? Say bye. Bye.